Hi guys, welcome to episode and video number 1 of Hard Rock and Metal Community. I finally got a place, a setting, and a perfect location to do what I always wanted to do. And that is to make videos about hard rock and heavy metal and create a platform for a community that is very much overlooked, kind of like hated and looked down on by the mainstream media and the music business and TVs and radios and everything like that, and even the hard rock, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I've been meaning to do this for a long time. But I didn't feel that I had the right setting to do it. So where I am now, it is the right setting. It's gonna be in this spot every time. Probably not. I have some plans of doing it in another spot. So we will see. But for today, this is where I'm gonna do it. The first episode that you're watching right now is going to be more like an introduction. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's coming down the road. I'm probably going to do 1 to 3 videos a week, maybe 1, 2 or 3 videos a week about this. And we're going to look into what has been in the past, the older bands, the older music, the older records, songs, artists, stuff like that. We're going to look into what is right now. And what probably is coming down the road in the future. We're going to look into, like I said, bands, music, records, artists, the business side of it, the fan side of it, and the community around it. Basically, everything hard rock and metal that has been, that is, and that is coming. Like I said, I feel, and I have felt this for a long time, and it kind of started in the 90s when they said that hard rock and metal died. It didn't die. It was just cut out and kind of suppressed by the mainstream media and the business. The fans did not shut down or stop listening to hard rock and metal. The fans did not kill hard rock and metal. Hard rock and metal still lives with the fans. The fans still listen to the music. They still went to the concerts and all that stuff. So the only place hard rock and metal kind of died was in the business. Record labels kind of stopped investing in them, cut them out from deals, broke contracts and agreements. MTV stopped playing their videos, radio stopped playing their music, stuff like that. So that's why they said hard rock and metal died, but hard rock and metal never died. It's been proven over the last 2-3 decades that it's not died. Today, hard rock and metal is probably more healthier and in a better condition than what it was in the 80s, in its heyday, when it was overpumped and overplayed on MTV. And the only reason it was so popular in the 80s was because the business and MTV saw us a way to make money on it. Only reason. So the true fans and the true people that love the genre of heavy metal and hard rock stayed with it. So today, hard rock and heavy metal is healthier. Maybe not money-wise for the band, but the music and the whole community is healthier. So the business side of it today is, yeah, you still have, of course, record labels that give out hard rock and metal albums, or else you wouldn't be able to buy new music. But a lot of the hard rock and metal bands have also gone to the step of creating their own label, like Motley Crue did. And other bands have done the same thing. and then of course you have a few record labels that are dedicated hardcore, hard rock and metal labels like Nuclear Blast, Frontiers, and maybe a few other underground labels. So that means that the record labels that really focus on hard rock and metal only have that in their portfolio. So you don't have record labels like the other ones that are having like pop or light rock and country and folk music and all this stuff in their portfolio, um, which we saw what happened back in the early 90s, mid 90s, when record labels cut out hard rock. So, what kind of topic can we expect to get in my hard rock and metal community um, here on YouTube? Well, I want to discuss everything. And we will be looking back at songs, records. We'll be talking and discussing about records and songs, of course. Bands, what happened, why did it happen, and lineup changes, stuff like that. Bands that are doing great today. Is there any new bands? Is there any new projects going on that are really good? I can mention one right now that I really like, and that was launched not too many days ago. In fact, it was kind of initiated back in 2008, but it didn't happen until now. Northward, between Floor and Jörn Viggo from Pagans Mind and Nightwish. They released a song 3 or 4 or 5 days ago called While Love Died, and their album is coming out on November 19th, I think it is. Really cool song, really good song. Check it out. So stuff like that is happening. So that is something we will be looking into. I don't think I will be doing too much reactions. There are other people on YouTube doing a far better job about that than I am. So I will encourage you to look up those, and I will give those people a shout out here today. And that's part of being a community. I will try and include everyone. So I will try and incorporate things, and we will have some cool stuff. Maybe we can even get some guests in here, fans, people in the business, maybe even artists. Who knows? Because right now I'm sitting here in my business, audio business. So who knows? Maybe we can do something. I want to pay tribute to the hard rock and metal community, both the artists and the bands, but also the fans and the business, the people in the business who are dedicated and doing this from their heart, not only just because of the money. And everyone else who does this and pay their tributes and their dues to the hard rock and metal. I have always been a hard rock and metal fan since I was 6, 7 years old, 8 years old, and it started with bands like Uriah Heep, Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, Nazareth, Kiss. Those were the bands that I started with. And I remember it was like, to me it was Nazareth and Uriah Heep. Those was the two first bands that really got me hooked on the heavier sound. And of course then Kiss came along, and Led Zeppelin and Deep Purple. So, but Uriah Heep and Nazareth was the two ones that really grabbed my attention. So I have been in this hard rock and metal mode and state of mind for the last 40 years, and I'm not not going anywhere else. Yeah, I like listening to other music too, but hard rock and metal is my thing. So while I'm doing this first episode, I would like to do a shout out and a thank you to a few and certain people that I have seen through the years that have done a lot for hard rock and metal. And the grandfather or the father figure for everyone when it comes to fronting hard rock and metal is Eddie Trunk. He has been doing a fabulous job of trying to keep hard rock and metal in the spotlight and keeping it alive and keeping the interest up and tell it like it is. He's been doing a fantastic job. I'll tip my hat off for him. Then we have I've been I am on YouTube a lot because I have my own channel, so I am on YouTube a lot, and I subscribe to people. And Vin and Sori, they do some reactions, and they do some fantastic reactions, and I really liked their. I like a lot of their reactions, but there was one that captured my interest, and it was Dimmu Borgir with Gateways. Sori had a really cool response to that video, and her reaction to that video was spot on. So they're doing a great job, so keep it up. Then you have Hedgie from Picture, Noise and Words, I think it is. He's doing a fantastic job. He also did a very good job on reacting to the new Dimmu Borgir album, Ionian, where he reacted to International Summit and Council of Snakes and Wolves, or Wolves and Snakes, or something like that. And he did a fabulous job on that, really good. Keep the job up, and you're doing a great job for hard rock and metal. And then we have another guy who's doing a great job, AMA. He in fact did a reaction to a song that I think I requested with him, and he did it. He did a reaction to a Pagans Mind song called Revelation to the End, and he thought it was amazing. It kind of blew his socks off. So cool, great job. I like your reviews. I like your reactions. Keep up the good work. And then of course we have AMP in Canada. You are doing a fantastic job. I like your channel. I like what you do. What you do for hard rock and metal in reacting and reviewing, and the way you interact with people on YouTube is fantastic. And I'm glad that you got an exclusive preview or launch on your channel. You guys deserve it. So keep up the good work, AMP. And you also did a review on Northward. But I have requested, guys, AMP, I have requested a Pagan's Mind or several Pagan's Mind reactions. So please do it, because I know they will rock your socks off, and you will get a really good reaction from it. So that's what I like to do. I like to create something for hard rock and metal, and when I see other people do it as well, I think we can create a bigger thing with it. And not just for us, the fans, but it's a way for us fans to show the artists that we care, that we are here, we are listening, we're paying attention to what is happening, to what they're doing, because they freaking deserve it after what the business and the media did to them in the 90s. They used them in the 80s for their own goods, and then they dumped them in the 90s when they were not, well, when they felt it was not good enough. So that's why I'm doing this. And in the coming weeks and the months, we will be looking at albums, album covers, lineups, songs, concerts, all kinds of stuff. And if you have any suggestions on topics that you want us to take up, or me to take up, or discuss, or anything like that, let me know. I have created a Facebook page, a group called Hard Rock and Metal Community. Look it up, join, and send in your suggestions and start interacting, and that's how we build a community. So thank you for watching, guys, and if you like what I'm about to start up, subscribe, hit the bell button, get the updates as soon as they get launched. I'm aiming at 1 to 3 videos a week about hard rock and heavy metal, beside everything else that I do with audio. So stay tuned, more is coming.